training is a simple way to help your dog establish that rewards follow good behavior. Here are some tips to keep your clicker training sweet and successful. Train in short increments in a space free of distractions. But if your dog loses interest quickly, just take a break and try again later. This should stay fun for both of you. A great exercise to begin your training with is priming the pump. That's where you click and reward repetitively to establish with your dog the connection between click and reward. If you're using food as a reward, click and treat the dogs for looking at you. This will establish a connection during training and reward him for paying attention. Timing is everything, so be sure to click at the exact moment you have the behavior from your dog that you want, then follow it immediately with a treat. If you're teaching commands like sit, for example, have your dog sit, click, and then immediately provide the treat reward. Once you've mastered the click and reward training, take it on the road with you. Clicker training can be done anywhere.
Thanks for purchasing your new dog training system, Pet 998DBB. I'm now going to show you what you received inside the box when you first get your package. This is the remote transmitter, your 2 collar receivers, nylon straps, 1 orange, 1 black, just to let you know the difference between channel 1 and channel 2, test light to test static shock, 2 sets of contact points, 1 for each receiver, and then this is your AC wall adapter, and this is your USB connector that goes in the bottom, and then this can actually go into this splitter, which then lets you charge both your receiver and your transmitter at the same time. And then lastly is your product menu. When using a training collar, always remember to use it for training and not to leave it constantly on the dog, as these contact points on the receiver can cause injuries like bed sores, or we refer to it as pressure narcosis. So always remember to not use the training collar continuously like a normal dog collar, but just for training. Now I will quickly show you how to pair your collar receiver to your transmitter and then show you the basic functions of this unit. With this new 998DBB, we've changed a couple things. These are more readable and it's made out of silicone instead of plastic. So I'll now show you how to pair the receiver to the collar. So you start by putting it on channel 1. I usually just switch to vibration mode, but it doesn't matter. And then press and hold the power button. You'll see a solid green light. And then when that begins to flash and beep like it did there, you just press the Y button on your remote and it will beep again. It should now be paired, which it is. Now to pair the second one, all you do is switch to, press the 1-2 button and switch to channel 2. Do the exact same thing, turn it on, and then press and hold the power button for 5 seconds. It beeps, and then you press the Y button on your remote. And that's paired to channel 2, and this is paired to channel 4. Now I'll show you the functions. There's a few functions. First I'll show you the beep function, and then that's for the other receiver. The vibration for receiver 2, you just press the mode button, go to this symbol here, and then obviously here again. Now the static shock, it's currently at 0, so you want to move it off of 0 by using the dial on the side. Just for an example, we'll put it to 10. As you can see, when you press the Y button, the orange light flashes. Same with channel 2. This time it's on 100, so it'll be probably brighter, more solid. The last function, there is a light. Basically by pressing this, it will make the light blink on the receiver, as you can see there, with receiver number 2, receiver number 1. And then there's also a light function on the top for this LED light on top of the transmitter, if you were looking for your dog or posture keys or something like that. And that's all the functions of the system. Okay, I'm now going to show you the waterproof capabilities of our receivers by placing the receiver in the water and then using it. We'll put it to the vibration mode. As you can see, it's vibrating before. Put it in the water, and it's still vibrating while in the water. And now I'll show you, by taking it out, that the static shock function still works, even after being in the water. As you can see, the light is still glowing orange, indicating that static shock is working. That's it.
Clicker training is a simple way to help your dog establish that rewards follow good behavior. Here are some tips to keep your clicker training sweet and successful. Train in short increments in a space free of distractions. But if your dog loses interest quickly, just take a break and try again later. This should stay fun for both of you. A great exercise to begin your training with is priming the pump. That's where you click and reward repetitively to establish with your dog the connection between click and reward. If you're using food as a reward, click and treat the dogs for looking at you. This will establish a connection during training